Hello everybody, I just want to show off my 100% crit build Astaroth. As you can tell, her CP is really not that high. And the weapon I am actually going to use is very free to play friendly. Um, it is her SR Photon bracelets. They give a 28% boost to crit rate. Um, this is absolutely necessary for 100% because her natural crit rate is actually quite low. Without this boost, you won't get really consistent crit rates. So this is actually really easy to get, and as well as depending on how much you've been saving your fodder for enchantments, you want to try to get this as high as you can. Uh, I actually ran out of fodder, but I'm gonna try to finish this sometime this upcoming week when I'm start pulling again for the Christmas event. But yeah, this is actually quite obtainable for free to players because this is an SR, so they're much more common to get. And I'm going to show you my Magatamas. They're not the best Magatamas, but they're as high as I can get for the time being. Just gonna re-roll eventually to try to get the best Magatamas I can get. But go ahead and take a look at all of them. So, I mean, the rolls are pretty high, but obviously they're not perfect. So you don't really have to worry too much about that. But yeah, let's go ahead and go back into this. And now the skill set I'm using is gonna be Hellblaze, Lava Servant, Fire Wave, and Serpent Blaze. Um, you can get rid of Serpent Blaze if you want to, or Lava Servant if you don't have the pass. That gives you the fourth skill slot. So any combination, but Hellblaze would be the one that you definitely want. So I would probably go with these three like this, just so that. But Lava Servant is really good. If you never got a chance to play with it, I suggest you do give it a shot. Because it'll give you some additional DPS without you having to intervene, and being red also makes the servant last an additional 4 seconds, which is actually quite long. Because by the time the servants go away, the cooldown will pretty much be ready again, and it's almost 100% uptime if you are doing your perfect dodges. And so there's that. These are the supporters I'm using. You actually don't need a level 5 Shizuru. All you need to do is actually, I've tested this out with Faust as well. And Faust is quite obtainable for free to play S.lv5, so it does work with that, but it's more like 99%. Once in a blue moon, you'll see one of her hits not do a crit, and it's extremely rare that she doesn't crit with Faust, just because it's a 14% rather than Shizuru's 26%. But I'm just using Shizuru because I put in a lot of effort to actually get her at S5, and having the additional damage dealt if they're debuff is quite nice too, so it can speed things along. And obviously her other one is the 32 crit damage increase. This is really freaking good. I suggest you use this just so that you could maximize your output, especially since you're 100% crit. And as far as Affinity, I'm sorry. As far as Awaken goes, I have no range investment. Probably in the future, when I'm start awakening more characters, and getting the points, I will more than likely increase the crit damage um, over the crit chance, because crit chance really the percentage is really quite low, because at level 10 you'll be only 10% increase in crit chance. It's really, I don't know, you won't really notice that much of a difference with that, to be honest with you. So probably in the future I'll probably get rid of this melee crit chance, just so that I can have some extra points to put into other things. But who knows, I'll see how that goes. But crit damage does give you a substantial boost. 20% at level 5 is quite amazing. I'll probably want to max out crit damage for both range and melee, because I do like to use a combination of both range and melee characters. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so as you can see, there's nothing increasing her crit chance for range attacks. Um, and you know, I don't have all her costumes. This is literally the only costume I have of hers, is the Christmas costume. So it is really not much of an effect. 292 additional crit. It's really something you don't notice. Um, if I remember correctly, none of these are actually increasing the crit rate. Oh, it is. So this one's increasing by 2.8%. So there's really 1.4%. So the rate increase is not that high. Roughly around close to 4% additional crit rate. But the one I'm using is this one right here, Dem's Fighting Ninja, increased crit rate by 7% and crit damage by 16%. And yeah, that's this setup I'm using right now for to get a 100% crit rate. And again, you know, you can use Faust. I'm just choosing to use Shizuru just because I have it. But yeah, enough talking, and I'm just gonna go ahead and demonstrate it in Arena Tower 66. And here goes.
ここ、火の海にしてもよかったかしら。水道、ゆらゆら。ほらほら。いいよ、その調子だ。ああ。まだまだいけるの？やあ。炎に抱かれて死ぬことを光栄に思いなさい。そこよ、ヘルブレイク。ほらほらほら。式くらいはまともにしてもらわないとね。
And there you have it. 1 minute and 31 second clear time on the floor 66. And if you notice, it was 100% crit rate, except for the lava servants. They don't crit. I don't know if they can crit. I've never actually seen them crit, but all of her attacks were critting. And yeah, and that should about do it. And that should show how to do a Astaroth 100% crit rate. Oh, and I'll show you too that Spica is just a S.lv1. I've only managed one copy of her. I haven't played this game that very long. I've only been playing for about 2 months. But yeah. But she's definitely a necessary component though if you want to try to survive the tower with Astaroth, because Astaroth doesn't really have a reliable recovery. I mean, she does have that one ability, prominence. Yeah, prominence. Not prominence. I'm sorry, satellite flare. Yeah, there we go. But you have to go green build, and I mean green build is also excellent for Serpent Blaze. I just prefer her red build because I have much better supporters, and also Hellblaze with the 100% crit is just absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, that about does it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and if I discover any more interesting builds, I'll be sure to post it. You take care and have a good one.